And I'll say a word at first before we begin then. Wonderful. Great. Hello, everybody. First of all, thumbs up. I'm assuming that everybody can hear me. Yeah? Great, thanks. We've got such an international group today. It's so exciting. So we will begin. And I'll say it again at the end of the class, but these groups are starting to grow. And just so that you know, I will be also teaching a Wednesday class at the same time slot. So Thomas Sensei is the second Monday of every month at this time slot, and I'm every Wednesday at this time slot. And I hope to add a few more instructors in this time slot. So far we've got Germany, France, the USA, and Lebanon represented here. So very exciting. Thomas Sensei, I'm really thrilled to have you on our virtual dojo again. So I'll turn it over to Thomas Sensei, and really looking forward to it. Thomas Sensei.
Okay, yeah, thank you very much. I would like to welcome you too. First, I would like to make a round trip through the dojo because I think it's quite interesting. So we have changed it a little bit into a Hollywood studio. So with kind of professional stuff, we have a beamer here, and there I can see you all together as live stream on the wall. And I do hope that the quality of the video stream and also the audio is good enough. Okay, so welcome to this class. And I should say I have Dirk with me, and Dirk is a student in my dojo here, and he will accompany me so I can demonstrate the movements with an uke, which I think might be helpful for you to use your imagination to practice these movements without an uke. Okay, so let's start. Let's sit in Seiza. I left out my hakaman so you can see my legs and feet better. Okay. So just sit in Seiza, as you know, put your hands on your thighs. What I once learned from my teacher, Watanabe Sensei, is that that you can put your hands in different ways on your side. So usually I did this for many, many years, is this one, okay? You see, I have them like a cross on my thighs. But he said, you can move it this way so that the pointing finger is along the bone in your upper leg. And this may be helpful if you have to stand up and act immediately. So you can close your legs here, and then you have just the direction for irimi movement with your hands. While if you do have the hands this way, you're doing that, there you have to redirect the hands to get irimi movement. And also if you practice with the yaito, for example, then you can imagine if your yaito is here and you have your hands here, usually you touch the handle of the sword, and if you have the hand here, you have to remove it and then put it to the handle. But if you have it here, you go directly to the handle. So sometimes little differences in posture and in the movements is, for me nowadays, a difference between doing sports or doing martial arts. So, and this is one example. Okay, just try it. If you don't like it, so you can, of course, you can keep with the style of putting your hands on the thighs. as you have used it before. So just lift up your shoulders a little bit and bend them back a little bit and let them sink down again. So you have the feeling that the shoulder blades are a little bit closer as before. And close your eyes and just exhale and inhale through your nose. Great. So please stand up. I would like to start with you with a breathing exercise. I have two of them. One is a softer one, and the second one is a little bit more powerful. So the soft one is, I just demonstrated. So what I'm doing is I put my feet together, but in a way that the outer side of the feet are in parallel. So the heels are apart from each another. Yeah? So it's not this one here. So just the opposite. So the big toes are touching each another and the heels are apart from each other. What I'm doing is I'm sinking down a little bit in my knees and having my hands in this way in front of my body. And then I inhale by dragging up my fingers along the middle line of my body and go into a stretch. If you can't get a straight line in your arms, as I'm not able to do that, I'm building a V with my arms. If you can do it better, you can do it here, okay? And my hands and fingers are straight in one line with the forearm. And then I exhale. And I just bend my fingers and let sink down my hands and arms going downward on the midline of my body. And then give it a rest, no breathing at all. And just let my arms hanging down on the side. Okay, now we can do it together. Okay, and exhale. Inhale. Give it a stretch. Drag your toes up to the roof and stretch your arms. And put your toes down to the floor and exhale. Sink down a little bit in the knees while exhaling. Don't breathe. Inhale. Give it a stretch. Toes up. Exhale. Sink down a little bit. Relax. Inhale. Stretch. Exhale. Relax. And one more. Inhale. Stretch. Exhale. Okay, now we are doing it a little bit more powerful. And I just demonstrated for you. And that is, I'm putting my fingers towards my belly point, and out of that, I'm inhaling while moving my arms this way. So that the hands are at the height of my forehead. So, but this way. Then I lift up my body to the forefoot here and turn around the hands like around a sphere, and exhaling, going down. And by this, I'm dragging my shoulder blades to each another. I'm going down and dragging my shoulder blades. This is different from dragging the shoulders back. So it's not this way, but only the shoulder blades. And then going down until my wrists are about the level of my belly point. And there I move the hands upon each another. So if your fingers are pointing away from you, so not downward, but away from you, then this is already a martial arts position. So again, this is where you can start and doing irimi. So, okay. So let's do it together. And exhale, bending a little bit the knees, putting the fingers towards your belly point. And inhale, first straight your legs and then go into this upright position. Your glance is a little bit upper than horizontal. And then turning around the hands this way and compressing the air in your lungs. Stay there. Keep, and drag the shoulder blades together. And now exhale. And let your arms sink down, relax. And inhale. Compress. Exhale. Relax. Inhale. Compress. Drag the shoulder blades together and exhale. Relax. And last one. Inhale. Compress. Exhale. Okay. So just have a good stance, hip wide, the feet. And now just circling around the arms. And I'm doing it in this way that I'm not going this way, but this way, okay? And what I'm trying to do is to use my muscle power only for lifting up the arms. And if they are at this stage, I just release them and let them fall down and let gravity work. So no muscle power is needed for let it go. And of course, it accelerates, and I use this acceleration to only add a little bit of muscle power to lift them up again. And so this is an easy exercise, I think, to get a feeling of using only muscle power when it is really needed, and to relax where you don't need the muscle power. Okay, so just do it in your own rhythm. So I'm inhaling when I lift up the arms, and I'm exhaling when the arms are falling down. Hot, 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 hot. Okay, so this kind of breathing is a little bit similar to pranayama in yoga, so kind of fire breathing, so you get more warmth in your body. Okay, now we are circling backward, and to this end, I'm lifting up my arms by moving the little finger side of my hands first. So you can just imagine that you cut the air with the small finger, with the little finger side of your hand. and then go as far as possible behind your back, and then let the arm fall down and going ahead, and with both arms together. Okay. And also this breathing. Yeah, you can just do it with the sound. Okay, and exhale. And inhale. Okay. I like this exercise for many reasons, and one reason is also that you get a feeling that your movement changes in the speed of the movement. So while I'm using muscle power to lift up my arms, it's a slower movement. While when gravity is accelerating my arms, it's getting faster. Then it's going slower and faster and slower and faster and slower. Okay, good. Now we can do both movements at the same time. So I start with the left arm circling forward, as we did before with both arms, but this is only with one arm. Now the right arm is joining, but is going into the opposite direction. Yeah, you can see it's going backward, and this is going forward. Okay, and we enjoy the relaxation when the arms are falling down together. So this is the easy part of it. Okay, so change sides. So the right arm is circling forward. And the left arm is joining, going backward. Okay, I do hope that you feel a little bit warm now. Okay, good. Today's topic is Tenchinage. And as a preparation for that, I would like to practice with you Irimi Tenkan. So you know that as well as I do know it. So we start with the left foot in front, left hand in front, and we imagine that Uke is grabbing our forearm from above. And what I'm doing then is I just make this kind of movement. The final position is as if I'm having a tablet in a big tablet on my two hands. So I'm having the hands this way. Okay, I just demonstrate it again. Left foot is in front. And left arm is in front. So sorry, I have to go here. So, and then I'm turning around. And the point is that I do not drag the arm this way, but I sink it down a little bit and move my belly point towards the wrist and turning around. Yeah. So in a way, the fixed point in this movement is my wrist. Okay. So I demonstrate it again, and then I would like to ask you to practice this on your own. So I'm moving my body towards my hand, then bending the fingers And while I'm twisting around my body, I move up my hand here and going here. And I lean back a little bit. I do hope you can see that. I'm not this way, not this one, but I'm leaning back a little bit and having the hands in this position. So I would like to ask you to practice this, and perhaps Dirk can move my camera to yeah, but this doesn't work. Yeah, Moritz, that's good. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Mhm. So ist besser. Ja. Dann kann ich das sehen und die können mich auch sehen. Vielleicht kannst du es so drehen, ja, okay. dass ich im Blick bin. Ja, okay. Mhm. But just have a look again, please. So you already perform it in a way I do like it, okay? But I guess it's a little bit different from the way you are doing it normally. Okay? So what I'm trying to do is that I move my, I keep my wrist here, so it doesn't go that way. So it doesn't go this way. So if you imagine that uke is coming from here and grabbing my forearm, and I move my arm this way, uke is free to hit me with the second arm. Yeah? So what I'm trying to do is to prolong the movement of uke on the side of the grabbing arm, yeah? Going here. Perhaps Dirk, if you would like to come, please, from there. So if Dirk is coming from here and I'm moving here, you can just hit with the other arm, no problem. Okay. So, but if I'm prolonging your movement here, then it's nearly impossible for him to hit me. Okay. So this is the very idea that I move in a way that the wrist is on one straight line and not on a curvature. So it's going here. And I'm leaning back here. What you may see, if we go a little bit closer here, what you may see here, Dirk is grabbing my forearm now only with the fingertips. And if he's doing that, I can go out here and hit him. Yeah? So the way you can save yourself is you have to go on your knees to get around my forearm this way. Okay. So this is the reason why uke is going on the knees if you do irimi tenkan. If he doesn't do that, if you stand up, please, again, and have your fingers here, you can just break out of the grip and just go here and smash it to the face. Yeah. Okay. Thank you very much. So I demonstrated one more. Left foot is in front, left hand, and I move my body on the outside of the wrist here, this way, and going here. Yeah. So it might be unusual, but just try it. Mm-hmm. Okay, thank you very much. Just have a look again. Dirk, may I ask you to come again with your left hand? Okay. So when I'm doing that, I'm trying to put my elbow into the elbow of Dirk's arm. Yeah. So what I'm not doing is here that our both arms are side by side, because now you can let me go and hit me either with your elbow in the ribs or with the backhand into my face. Yeah? But what I'm trying to do is that I move in a way that my elbow is on top of his forearm here, you see? And now he can't release my arm. He has to grip. Otherwise, the fire will kill him, okay? Yeah, and he feels it, yeah? Okay, so therefore, I push my elbow a little bit to the outside. So without a partner, please. So if I'm doing that here, and I'm going here, and if I move my hand to the more to the midline of my body, my elbow is going to the inside, but I am trying to do it this way, so that the elbow is going a little bit to the outside. Yeah? But at the same time, I'm not going with the hand to the outside, because if I'm doing that, even if I put my elbow on top of it, if I have my hands here, now Dirk can drag up here. No, you just drag my hand here to the back and hit. Okay. So it's kind of zigzag posture in your arm. It's the shoulder, the elbow is going a little bit to the outside, and the wrist is again on the line of the shoulder. So the elbow is going out a little bit, and then the forearm is going in a little bit. Yeah? Try it, please. Mm-hmm. Okay, very good. Yeah, it looks very good for me. Now I would like to add a little detail in the very beginning of the movement. Dirk, if you just come to me. So if Dirk is coming, I'm just presenting my arm here. What do you think in a real fight? Are you forced to grab my forearm? No, never. Never, ever. Yeah. But this is often done in our usual Aikido practice, that we know which technique we would like to do. We know what the attack will be. So therefore, we position ourselves in a way where we can directly do the technique we would like to practice. Okay. But in reality, you don't know. Yeah. So, and I would like to practice with you a little movement where you can force uke to attack in katadedori gyakuhami. So he has no other way than to grab my forearm. Okay, and this is this one. Come a little bit here. So okay, so this is this one. I'm going here. You see, I just don't grab my arm. I'm going to his eyes. Yeah. And if my fingernails are sharp and long enough, I can cut your eyes. Okay, so this is this kind of movement. And even if my fingernails aren't long and sharp, if you do that kind of movement, usually the guy is going back and trying to secure himself. And the very moment you are grabbing my forearm, I'll let it sink down here and doing irimi tenkan. Yeah, so this is the same principle as we did it with the arm circling. And in the beginning, I use muscle power, and then I release. And here's the same, muscle power, release. Okay. So if you can imagine that, then uke is coming towards you, and it's not decided, or uke didn't decide up to that moment which attack he or she would like to launch. You force uke to attack you in a specific way. So you determine the movement of uke by just going this way. No, you have to go here. So this is this kind of movement. Yeah. So and what I'm doing is tsugiashi. I'm gliding forward and bringing my hand here, and now I'm sinking down and doing the irimi tenkan. Okay. Thanks a lot. Yeah. Just try it. It needs a lot of imagination now on your side, because you don't feel really the okay, but you can imagine. Yeah. Yes, very good. Yeah. Yeah, and then a little tip from me is if you do that uppercut, this cutting movement, don't stay here. So I would say the very moment uke is trying to secure himself, you just change. Yeah, so don't wait here, because then you feel it's a fake, and then you attack in a different way. Okay, and this I would like to avoid. So I would like to do this one here. Okay. Yeah. Yes. Yeah. Very good. Very good. Yeah. You don't have to do it fast, but in a smooth way. It's like giving an offer and taking it away when the other one is trying to take it. Yes. Okay, now we are ready for doing the first half of Tenchinage, and this is the Chi movement, the earth hand. Okay, and the earth hand is this one. If you come here, I have always to look where I can move. Ah, okay, no, we have to go here. Yeah. So uke is grabbing my forearm, and what I'm now doing is I'm moving the little finger side to my belly point here, and I'm turning around here and moving that way. Yeah. Once again. So I initiate the attack I would like to have, and then I let fall down my small finger side to my belly point, turning around as with irimi tenkan, and now I accelerate Dirk here and going here. Yeah. Other side, I'm going up. I let fall down my hand to my belly point, turning around, accelerate you, and going here. Yeah, and trying to break your balance. Okay? Just try it. So it's irimi tenkan and a kaiten, so turning on spot, 180 degrees. Ah, okay. So it's a little bit tricky. The chi hand is here. So it's the hind leg, and the chi hand is in front of the hind leg. We will see that if we do the second part of Tenchinage. Okay, so let's do the ten hand, the heaven hand. So now the foot in front, there is the hand which is going up. Yeah? Sorry, it's the hind leg where the hand is going up. So the hand is going up, and you turn around and this way, and then you throw. I always get confused with the camera. So let me see. Okay. Let's try again. So I'm going up. I'm going up with this hand. Yeah. And I'm turning around here, and then I throw, as you know. Yeah. So I'm standing here, the hind leg is here, and here is the heaven hand, which is going up. I'm going up, and I'm turning around here, turning on spot, and throw. Yeah? And the throw is where this leg is in front. Okay? Just try it, only this hand. Yeah? In the end, the front leg and the throwing arm must be on the same side of the body. Mm-hmm. Yeah, start with the arm where the hind leg is. The back, yes. Yeah. Turn around, step backward. Turn, throw. Yeah. It's a little bit confusing if you do it only with one body side, I know. But in a minute, we join both movements together. Mm-hmm. Step backward, Moritz. Step backward with the right, yeah. No. The right leg is the hind leg. Das rechte Bein zurück und rechter Arm vorne. Genau. Und jetzt dreh. Und jetzt rechten Fuß zurück und nochmal drehen auf der Stelle und wirf. Ja. Und dann ist das rechte Bein vorne und der rechte Arm auch. Ja, sehr gut. Sorry for switching to German. Mhm. Okay, I think now we are ready to bring these two separated movements together into real Tenchi, heaven, earth movement. So I'm trying to do it without a partner. And this is now the, if we are using only one hand, it's always katatedori gyakuhami, the attack, okay? But if uke is grabbing both forearms, it's ryotedori. So it's a different attack, yeah? And I just started in a way so you can recognize the Tenchinage movement. I'm having my arms, my hands this way in front of me. And then I turn around. One is that where my leg is in front, this is my left leg, the left hand is going to my belly point while the right hand is going diagonally this way up. Yeah? So I have this kind of stance here. The hand is here. It's like I can put something into my palm here and here. Yeah. And realize that if you lower the hand, the weaker you are. Yeah? If you put the hand here on the level of your belly point, this is getting to be strong. Yeah? So this is this kind of movement. And then now I'm turning around. I'm doing that irimi tenkan this way, and then kaiten, going around, and I'm still in the same posture, but now the earth hand is going down here, and the heaven hand, sorry, the heaven hand is now going from this position of the hand is going that way, that the thumb is going down. And the interesting thing is, I'm going into that later on, is that if you have the idea that you throw this way, then uke can grab your arm and drag you with you. But if you throw while you stay back here with your body and just use this arm here like a wave in the ocean, which is running over the shoulder of uke, then you can throw the other one without any chance for him or her to drag you with him. Okay? So I'm just trying to do it again. So I'm offering my forearms for ryotedori, and my hand movements are that one. So perhaps this way. I'm going that way. Yeah? This one, this one. Yeah? And I'm keeping that posture while turning around. Yeah? So I'm going here, turning around, step backward, turning around. And now there is the throw. Okay, just try it. Mm-hmm. Okay. Good. So I would like to bring your attention to the very beginning of the movement, as before with the Irimi Tenkan. Yeah. So the idea, of course, is you can imagine if you offer your arms that way, uke will usually in real life won't grab your forearms. Yeah? So how can you induce the ryotodori attack into uke? And my way in doing it is I'm having my hands this way. I'm doing this one. I'm having my hands this way, but now I'm dragging them back to my belly point, going up as with the breathing exercise in the beginning and coming towards uke here. And if I'm having my fingers here, this is like the tip of a spear. And if that's going down the face and the throat, I can just go inside. And if you do that while uke is approaching you in a synchronized way with the movement of uke, then uke is going and grab you from below your forearms, not from above, but from below. Okay. So my movement is that one. I'm going here, I'm going that, this one here, and now this hand is going to my belly point, this hand is going up, and I'm turning around and throw. Yeah. So very same as before, yeah, but a little bit different. So going here and just, it's kind of an attack you are doing as nage. Yeah. So uke's attack is just to save himself or herself. Yeah? And if I'm having my hands that way, then this one is going up to the heaven or sky, and this one is going to earth, my belly point. And then I'm turning around and throw. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah, looks great. Wonderful. So Dirk just helped our yoga teacher with the technique. Okay, may I ask you, Dirk, to come to me? And yes, okay, so this is the way. So if you go a little bit backward, and you just move towards me. Now I'm going this way, okay? You see, I'm inducing the ryotodori. I'm not standing here and waiting that you do ryotodori, okay? Because Dirk would be completely free to attack me in any other way, yeah? But if I'm doing that one, you see, the reflex is there. So he's grabbing my forearm from below, which is very good for me. Because if you grab from above, you are much stronger and get a hold of me. Yeah? But in doing that one here, I already break your balance. Yeah. And yes, one more. So you're going with your body a little bit backward. And usually a human would like to get an upright position. So usually if I'm standing here, you go upright again, and now you attack. Okay. So you don't allow that the uke get this opportunity. So what I'm doing is that one here. So immediately when uke is securing him or herself, I just change. Yeah. So this is an attack, okay, but I take it away. Yeah. So it like that. Yeah. And by this, I'm trying to draw you in to my movement. And by doing that, trying to get use of your power. Yeah. So what I'm doing is this kind of movement, and now turning around here, and now I can throw. Yeah. Having this in mind, I would like to ask you to do that and experience the beginning of the movement, because I think this is the most important point of a movement anyway. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah, wonderful. Yeah, yeah, okay. If times will change in the hopefully near future, and you practice with a real human, with an uke, then you can just try this kind of movement and figure out if it works. And remember my words, you induce a reflex in uke. You don't allow him to attack. You just don't allow him to attack. And not by being just faster and attacking first, but by taking the initiative, and then the speed, the power you produce for your movement, this I'm taking, and then I change it into a Aikido movement technique. Okay, so I would like to go into a little bit more detail in the end of the technique. Yeah? And I'm trying that, doing it alone first. Yeah, okay, good. Yeah, yeah, okay, good. And that one, okay. So I'm starting, I'm inducing this reflex in uke, and then I'm moving around this way. I'm turning a little bit more so you can see that. And now my hip is going backward while my shoulder is still a little bit forward. I stop the movement of the hip while the shoulder is going backward more, and my hip is going forward while my shoulder is going backward. And then I'm doing the throw by dragging the hip backward and then going with my arm forward. And what you may see is that when I'm doing that kind of throw, I bend my knees. Yeah. So what I'm trying to avoid is that I'm getting into that foreleaning position, because this is too dangerous. Yeah. So I'm not using my mass of my body to push uke, but I would like to break the balance of uke while running around me. Yeah? Dirk, may I ask you to come here? So what I'm trying to do is not one here, this one, this one. Now he's running to the side of me, okay? And now my shoulder is backward while my hip is forward, okay? And now I change. And this is what throws him. Yeah? So to exaggerate the movement, my hip is forward, my shoulder is going backward, and now I just change. The hip is going backward while the shoulder is going forward. And this kind of whip-like movement, this is what throws uke. And if I have you here and you are in front of my body, then nothing works beside just brutality, brute power. Yeah, trying to do. But if I can move you to my side, then It's easy. Yeah? You don't need too much muscular power for doing that. Yeah, keeping that in mind, do the complete movement and feel into the final stage of that movement and feel into your hip movement and the shoulder movement. The trick is to disentangle the hip and the shoulder so that hip and shoulder is not going in the same way backward or forward. So when the hip is going backward, the shoulder is a little bit before the hip. And if the shoulder is going behind the hip is going forward. Yes. Yeah. Yeah, yeah. Rabin, you use both again. Yeah, you see, it's this one. This one, the hip and shoulder is going backward at the same time, and then hip and shoulder is going forward. This is so inside of our usual movement, while this is different here. This is that one here. Yeah. So it's like a spiral movement in the vertical line of your body. It's not a horizontal spiral, but a vertical one. Yes, yes, yes. Yeah, 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 exactly. Yes. Yeah. Yeah, very good, Cliff. Yeah. By this, you can really accelerate your upper body and your arm. And by this, as with this kind of movement, you don't need muscular power to let them go. And it accelerates. Yes. Yeah. And of course, finally, of course, you make these things subtle movements so that an outsider may not even notice these differences in your movement. So, Dirk, may I ask you? So if I move, okay, if I move the way that shoulder and hips are going together, look at it. This is this one. You see, hip and shoulder is going together. Hip and shoulder is going together. Okay, you can now see that. And this is where hip and shoulders are disentangled. And my shoulder is still forward here, this positioning, while my hip is already going back. It's not going at the same time. So it's going back here. Now the hip is accelerating my upper body and the shoulders and the arm. And now the hip is going forward while the arm is going backward. Now the hip is going backward while the arm is going forward. Yeah. So it's exactly this kind of movement. Yeah? So that one, but in the vertical way. Try it. You can do it slowly, but without any stop in your movement. So you get that feeling that a whip, your body is a whip, where the handheld is behind your belly point. Somebody is grabbing your center and is using that to accelerate your upper body and arm. Mm-hmm. Yeah, very good. Yeah. Yeah, and now, as a final point, I would like to demonstrate you also still a very small detail. Dirk, may I ask you to come to me? Yeah. If I'm trying to throw Tenchinage, yes. So, yeah. If I'm trying to throw Tenchinage, and usually people are going here and trying to hit here. Yeah. But what I'm trying to do is that I climb up here from this way. It's like a wave which is hitting a reef, and the water is coming up here, and then it's bending over and going behind the reef downward. So if you can demonstrate it from the side here. So I'm going from the forward side, I'm going around the shoulder, and then I'm going up here. So it's not pushing here, but it's going down here. Yeah? So this is this kind of movement. Yeah? Okay. I think we have reached the end of this class, Leah, right? Okay, thank you very much. So have we time for one small breathing exercise, Leah?
Sure, I do. If everybody's okay.
Everybody else?
Continue.
Yeah, just a minute. Yeah. So a very simple breathing exercise. So I just exhale and put my fingers again into the belly point. But now very easily, I straighten my legs, standing up here, and just inhale and standing in this way. Then exhale, sinking down in your knees and putting the fingers into your belly point, and inhale, stand up and bring out the arms in this way. And exhale. And inhale. And last one. Exhale. And inhale. Okay. Let's sit down in Caesar. And as in the beginning, just put your hands on the thighs. Close your eyes. Exhale, inhale. Great. Right. Domo arigato gozaimashita. Thank you very much for being together. Thanks.
Thank you, Thomas Sensei. We'll put it back to gallery view. And thank you, everybody, for joining us. Really nice. You know, the last time that we did this, we did take a few minutes to do a Q&A. I don't know if people have Q's, questions, but Thomas Sensei, if you've got time, we can open it up for questions.
I have some time left, yes.
Wonderful. So I've got a few minutes, and Thomas Sensei's got some time. So if anybody's got any questions, you can unmute yourself and ask. Or not is okay also.
Question?
Yes.
Sorry. Just in Tenchinage, I just know that I have to put my uke in position close to my armpit and then go. So is it another variation or not Tenchinage?
Yes. In a way, it's a variation because Dirk, may I ask you to come? So, so. If if I'm going that way, that Dirk is going here, that I try to, no, this one here. I'm trying to throw with the armpit, okay? This is for me much more difficult than with that one here. So even if, I mean, you looks like quite strong, a very good body. So if I'm trying to do that and throwing with my armpit here, you can resist. Yeah? And what I'm trying to do is I take this point here and let Dirk run through here while I keep that point here. And he's running, 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 and therefore he falls. Yeah? This is my idea. Mm-hmm. Question answered?
Thank you. Yes.
Yeah, pleasure. Mm-hmm.
Any other questions? And I think, yeah,
Cliff.
Cliff.
Yeah.
Question and comment. In the dojo I learned, we tried to be not so emphasizing the upper hand because of that clothesline effect. And
yes.
So we emphasized the earth hand to take their balance. Now you have an interesting way to avoid the clothesline effect, that kind of going over the top. But what do you think about the earth hand as also being very important for taking balance?
Yeah, thank you very much for giving me an opportunity to show that. I'm always confused with this camera positioning. Okay. So I'm standing here. My left arm now is the earth hand, is the heaven hand, and the right hand is the earth hand. So just have a look. So this is what I'm doing with my earth hand. Yeah, it's before my knee. I'm not going here. Because if I'm doing that, Dirk can just, no, you just release the grip and grab me. Okay. Yeah. So, but if I'm having that one here, you see, he's already losing a little bit of balance. And if then the heaven hand is coming together, then both, I would say, both hands have 50% effect in the Tenchinage. I would prefer one over the other one. Yeah? But I understand, as you said, usually people, because this hand is visible for me, yeah, I put my attention to that and then also some more power, more pressure, while I forget this hand here. Yes. And therefore, I think for didactic reasons, at least, it's better to teach people in a way that they go for the earth hand with their attention and draw a little bit back the attention from the heaven hand to get an even balanced power impact.
Nice.
Yeah.
So if there are no more questions, I do have an announcement. No more questions. And Moritz, you okay? All right. And also a big thanks to Dirk there. Dirk, if you heard me, thank you, thank you.
Thanks to you.
Yeah. Also, announcement. So again, Thomas Sensei is teaching on my virtual dojo the second Monday of every month. And so please join us. And then there are other classes on my virtual dojo also. I'm teaching at this time slot every Wednesday. And then we've got Numata Sensei. A couple of you have trained with him. I don't know the time zone. 6 a.m. Los Angeles time on Fridays, whatever that is in your world. And also 6 p.m. on Mondays. So sometime Tuesday for you, probably, I don't know. So, but anyway, there's various ones, so check them out. And then another big announcement, Thomas Sensei and Kimberly Richardson Sensei and I will be teaching together. I may have mentioned it before, but now it's been pushed back a little bit. And we don't have a definite date, but I hope to, no, I will be speaking with them on Friday. And maybe we'll even know the date before that. And maybe by email we can decide as well. But anyway, that'll be sometime in the new year. So please be aware of that. Be on the lookout for more information. And Thomas Sensei, any announcements?
No, thank you very much. Just only for your information, we have a light lockdown, so to say, in Germany, and it will last until the end of November, and possibly then somehow we are going back to normal life. But I expect that there will be a third lockdown in the new year. Because this virus does like cold weather.
Yeah. All right. Anyway, always a pleasure. These midday, for me, mid-morning time slot. It's such a pleasure to see, people from all over the world. We had a Frenchman on for a while. Looks like he has gone, but anyway, Germany, Lebanon, San Francisco. So nice to see everybody. Thank you so much. And Thomas Sensei, thank you so much for very nice training. All right. Bye-bye, everybody.
Thanks. Bye-bye.